How's it going, everyone? My name is Nard, and welcome back to the Steam Summer Sale Series. Today, I'll be going over some of the best games that are on sale right now for under $3 USD. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, as I'll be making videos like this one every day over the Steam sale this year. Also, I'm giving away Super Hot Mind Control Delete on Twitter right now. Go check that out if you're interested. Without any further ado, let's get into the deals. Starting us off here today, we have a classic game, Fallout New Vegas. This one is very dated at this point. It's been out for over 10 years, and there's been a couple releases after this one, but this one is one of my favorite. This one is very nostalgic for myself, and I just love the storyline. The graphics aren't great, they're a little bit dated, but kinds of games like this, the graphics don't even matter. It's just an amazing story, open world, single player game. Super cheap right now. If you've never played a Fallout game, this is definitely a good one to start on. It's right now 70% off, down to just $3 USD. Next up here, the game which is used in the thumbnail of the video, Tomb Raider. Now this is the 2013 Tomb Raider. There's been a couple of releases after this one, like Rise of the Tomb Raider, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, etc. But this one is a little bit older, but still definitely not to the point where it's like unplayable. I actually played through this one last year, I believe, and it was actually a pretty good time. Not really my type of game, because it's just like an adventure kind of puzzle mix with the story that I didn't really super enjoy, but definitely didn't seem like too old, and it was definitely a really good time. If you've never played a Tomb Raider game and you want to try one out, this one is not a bad one to start on, kind of like Fallout New Vegas. This one is 85% off, down to just $2.24. Don't get confused by the Final Hours digital book. Next up here is Portal 2. This one is definitely a classic. It's made by Valve, kind of dated at this point, but as you can see by the screenshots here, the graphics are still hold up pretty well, and they still look pretty good. If you haven't played the first Portal, I definitely recommend that one before playing this one, just for story-wise and just so it all makes sense. But this one pretty much expands on the first one, and this one you can actually do co-op puzzles, so you can actually play this one with a friend. I haven't played through all the way at this one, but still super fun. The first one is super fun as well. This is 80% off right now, down to just $2 USD. Next up here, we have one of my favorite games of all time, Left 4 Dead 2. This is another one that's getting a little bit dated at this point, but it's still an amazing FPS multiplayer co-op zombie game. Pretty much you're just working with your 4 or 3 teammates to work your way through each level, or each campaign rather. Each campaign has like 3 or 4 stages in it. The campaigns are all really fun, the guns are all really fun, zombies are super fun to beat. There's other modes like scavenge, survival, and also if you don't have anyone to play with, the online is still actually very active, and there's a lot of people still playing this game. So definitely give it a shot. If it all looks interesting, I highly recommend Left 4 Dead 2. It's on sale right now, 80% off, down to just $2 USD. Next up here, we have Dishonored. Now this is a first-person, kind of like action stealth-based game. Pretty much where you're in the level, you have a set of weapons, abilities to get to the end of the level, and you're supposed to kind of do it with stealth. However, there's always other ways to do the level. You can go in loud and crazy and kill everybody, or you can go in stealthy and not kill anybody. It's kind of up to you. Very great game, just very flexible with what you can do, lots of different stuff. Highly recommend it if you haven't given it a shot yet. Down to 80% off, down to just $2 USD right now. Next up here, another game that's on my top 3 list of all time, Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition. This is a story-based game, open world, where pretty much you play the role of Wei Shen, who is a cop who's also undercover as a criminal. So you get like criminal missions and cop missions, and there's 2 stories to follow. The Definitive Edition adds like all the DLC that's ever been released for this game. So you get the main story plus another like 10, 15, 20 hours of content, which is awesome. The story is great, combat's great. I love everything about this game. I definitely recommend it 100%. Down 85% right now, down to just $3 USD. Give it a look. The next game I have to show is Just Cause 3. Now the Just Cause series actually has a couple installments in the series. I think they're on to like Just Cause 4 or 5 now. But this is the third one. The second one is also on sale for really cheap right now, but this one is right under $3 here, 85% off. It's pretty much like an open world action game where you play as Rico Rodriguez, who can do a whole bunch of crazy stuff like grab onto helicopters, as you can see here, or skydive, and there's a bunch of vehicles to acquire and ride, and helicopters and bridges to take down. So there's a lot of action packed into this game. I actually have not played the third one, but I have played the second one. Super fun, multiplayer capable. Definitely recommend it if you like blowing stuff up and jetpacking away or grappling away. Again, 85% off down to just $3 right now. Next up here we have Payday 2. Now this is a kind of an older game, but as you can see the sale on this is kind of ridiculous right now. 90% off down to just $1. This is pretty much a game where you're trying to rob banks or just perform heists. There's a lot of different levels, there's a ton of different customization. This is obviously a game that you'd want to play with 3 other people as it's a co-op game. However, playing by yourself is still definitely fine, definitely fun. There's a lot of ways, kind of like Dishonored, there's a lot of ways to do each level in this game, so you can kind of plan out a different strategy of what you want to do, what you want to go for first, whichever you want to really, whichever you're feeling. This is a game I put a lot of hours into with my friends, a lot of fun. Definitely give it a shot, especially if it's only $1 right now. Next up here we have another classic game released by Valve a long time ago, which is Half-Life 2. Now you maybe have seen stuff about the new Half-Life VR game. I don't really know too much about that. Haven't heard super great things about it, but the Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2 games are kind of legendary. They're amazing games. It's just like a story game where you just kind of work your way through it, and there's different stuff to do, different enemies and different people to find. It's mostly based on the story that it tells, not really like the action or the mechanics or the shooting or whatever. But this is still a great game. I still have to work my way all the way through it, but it's a great time so far. Really loving it. It's down 80% off, down to just $2 USD right now. Finally, here we have a certified classic from PopCap Games, Plants vs. Zombies. Now, I'm including this because I actually didn't know for a long time that this was on Steam. This was a game I played even before I had Steam. Played a lot of this game. Of course, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have. It was on a lot of things. You've probably played it at one point or another. Pretty much, you have all these plants here that you can place. You collect stone and then place the plants, and then zombies will come, and you have to place the plants strategically to not have the zombies get back here to the lawnmowers. But it gets a lot harder and a lot more enemies and stuff like that. So if you're interested, it's 60% off right now, down to just $2 USD. Whoops. But yeah, not a bad price if you're feeling nostalgic and you want a game to burn some time. If there's any great deals or sales that I missed for games that are under $3 right now, make sure to leave a comment down below for myself and others to see. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.